Hello everybody and welcome back to Divulgando Ciencia. My name is Gustavo Harris Huber. In this video, I'm going to tell you the differences between smoking and vaping. Probably you have seen people or you have friends or family who are vaping or are thinking about it instead of smoking. Here I tell you what are the differences and if it is worth it. But first of all, I would like to ask you to please give the video a like, share, subscribe to the channel, click the notification bell, and follow me also on Facebook and Instagram. Welcome to this new video. If you're trying to kick your smoking habit, you may have considered taking up vaping or e-cigarettes to ease your transition from tobacco cigarettes. More than a decade ago, vaping exploded in popularity as a healthier alternative to regular tobacco products. But current research is shining a green light through this smoky haze. Smoking versus vaping. What are the differences? Overall, there is not much difference between smoking and vaping. Commonly, smoking was thought to be more harmful because the product is being burnt and smoked inhaled into the lungs. But we're finding very similar damage from heating up vaping solutions and inhaling that vapor into the lungs. Vaping doesn't make it easier to quit smoking. You may notice vaping brands advertising their products as tools to quit smoking, but these claims aren't recognized by the US Food and Drug Administration, FDA. As such, e-cigarettes aren't approved as smoking cessation aids. In addition, current research is showing that e-cigarettes may actually promote addiction to vaping, encouraging you to replace one vice with another or to use both. While a recent review found that nicotine e-cigarettes were more effective than nicotine replacement therapies and behavioral support in helping tobacco smokers quit smoking, many smokers who used vaping as a smoking cessation aid ended up using both. Is vaping bad for you? The short answer is yes. Lung injury is becoming more and more common in users of vaping products. In theory, these products were created to be a safer alternative to smoking cigarettes, but vaping still has harmful effects. Users are still inhaling substances other than oxygen into their lungs. Although e-cigarettes don't emit smoke like lit tobacco cigarettes, e-cigarettes contain thousands of the same toxic chemicals. Most e-cigarettes contain freebase nicotine or nicotine salts. Some contain vitamin E, acetate, and many produce a vapor containing a number of harmful chemicals including diacetyl, formaldehyde, acrolein, benzene, other toxicants, carcinogens, and heavy metals. Vaping negatively affects your heart and lungs. We've long known that tobacco smoking contributes to heart and lung problems. Recent studies have found that e-cigarettes do as well. A large observational study found that compared to non-smokers, e-cigarette users were 34% more likely to have a heart attack, 25% more likely to develop coronary artery disease, and 55% more likely to suffer from depression or anxiety. Both nicotine and non-nicotine toxins in tobacco cigarettes and e-cigarettes are harmful to the cardiovascular system. Nicotine increases your heart rate and blood pressure. It can also constrict blood vessels, leading to decreased blood supply to organs throughout your body, resulting in an increased risk for heart attacks, strokes, and abnormal, sometimes fatal, heart rhythms such as atrial fibrillation and ventricular fibrillation. In addition, non-nicotine toxins in e-cigarette vapor can damage the endothelium, a thin membrane that lines all the blood vessels. When this occurs, it can put you at greater risk for developing atherosclerosis, sometimes called hardening of the arteries, and heart attacks. When it comes to your lungs, e-cigarette smoking, similar to tobacco smoking, has been recently shown to increase risks of asthma and chronic obstructive pulmonary disease. Is smoking or vaping more harmful for kids and those that have never smoked? Overall, in the long run, the evidence shows that there's not much difference for individuals that have never smoked. Studies have shown that when adolescents start with vaping, there is a strong likelihood that they will have future cigarette or tobacco use. Commonly, smoking is thought to be more harmful because the product is being burnt and smoke inhaled into the lungs. But we're finding similar damage and decreased ability to fight infections from heating up vaping solutions and inhaling that vapor into the lungs. So when it comes to adolescent use and never smokers, there isn't much difference in harmfulness, given the concern that addiction and likely future risk for traditional tobacco use. Can you vape without nicotine or THC? Products that are labeled zero nicotine can have some degree of nicotine in them. There are no FDA regulations at this time specifically outlining the contents of what's in juice or liquid nicotine. How do you quit vaping? Youth brains are very susceptible to nicotine. That makes nicotine highly addictive for them, unlike their older counterparts. Many vape products have higher amount of nicotine, which can make it even harder for youth to quit. Teenagers need a lot of care to quit using these products. There are resources that provide access to nicotine satiation specialists. Meeting with a doctor that is skilled or comfortable in helping youth stop smoking through nicotine replacement items such as patches or potentially medications could be a good place to start. As you could see on this video, there's not much difference between smoking and vaping. Both are very unhealthy. So if people find vaping cooler than smoking, it's actually not healthier. Some people prefer it because they think it's a healthier option than smoking, but it's not. It's practically as bad as smoking. If you like the video, please give it a like, share, subscribe to the channel, and follow me also on Facebook and Instagram. This would help me a lot. Thank you very much, and see you next time.